Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. I wanted to call to your attention a matter that has been the subject of a lot of interest in the Idaho versus Kohberger case. The order regarding the January 23rd hearing transcript being released to the public that was entered by the Honorable Stephen J. Hippler on the 27th of January 2025. And since almost the date that this order was made public, there have been some who have been looking for that transcript. There is a lot of interest in reading this transcript for multiple reasons. Number one, there has been very little information that has been released to the public regarding evidence. All evidence, responses, requests, exhibits thereto were filed under seal. This hearing itself was closed. The hearing on the 23rd. This was on the motion to suppress evidence related to IGG. And because the evidence proffered by Mr. Kohberger was the same as explained by Judge Stephen Hippler in another order that we went over on the Indie Zone, what the court did without granting the motion for the Franks hearing, because the evidence was the same, and this was presumably the witnesses that would be providing live testimony, the court indicated that for convenience, for time management's sake, that he would allow the parties to present evidence relative to state's opposition to the Franks hearing, Mr. Kohberger's request for a Franks hearing at the same time, but he was very clear this was not to be in any way, shape, or form construed as a granting of that hearing. We are awaiting a ruling on multiple matters that Judge Hippler entertained on the 23rd and 24th, the 14th motions to suppress evidence, and the motion for a Franks hearing. But going back to this order of January 27th, there's a couple of points that I wanted to make clear to you or to kind of reemphasize. I had previously made the observation that we shouldn't be looking for this before mid-February at the earliest for a few reasons. Number one, the court reporter was not directed to create this transcript until this order came out. It says here the court reporter assigned for the hearing on January 23rd shall prepare. So it sounds like there was no request prior to then for the court reporter to do that. So any starting of the preparation of this transcript, which is a lot of work, it needs to be verified and it needs to be attested to that this was a correct transcript from hearing, will take time. Secondly, there's no rush to this. Sometimes something will be ordered to be rushed. It's usually when a party takes a deposition, court reporter from a private organization will ask, do you want rush job for this? And there's an extra fee for that. Although, of course, the Ada County Transcription Department, the court reporters there are not commercial. They're there to serve the court's purposes here for hearings and for trials and so forth. But there was no indication here from Judge Hippler that this was a rush job. And there are undoubtedly many other hearings, trials. There may be other things that are before this request that the court reporter needs to attend to before getting to this request. And then once it is begun to be worked on, imagine this hearing started at 9 o'clock in the morning and it went into the afternoon. How long this is going to be. It's verbatim, word for word, it has to be, and Judge Hippler emphasized that in this order. So it may take a lot of time, and we are still within the 14-day window because the court said after the transcript is transcribed, you defense and you state have 14 days to look at it, to mark down whatever your thoughts are regarding what should be redacted, and to get that to me, to the court, with their redactions and reasons. So then there's going to be a period that once that gets to Judge Hippler, that he has to review everything, and then what needs to be redacted will be, and then it will be disseminated. So if you'd like to take a look at this order, please go to the link I've provided. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.